What is up, Bodyweight exercise dads? In today's episode, we're talking about the number one reason why you're failing to get results from calisthenics. That's right, today we are talking about diet, that thing you tell yourself that you'll start doing someday in the future, when everything is just right, when the moon and stars align, when in reality, we all know, let's be honest, that that's just an excuse you're making to avoid doing what you already know, to a big extent at least, that you should be doing. And the reason I know that is because I've done that repeatedly in the past. It's something we talk about often with the people that I coach. So nutrition is the classic elephant in the room that needs to be addressed as early as possible in your calisthenics journey for the reasons that I'll be explaining to you today. Plus, also make sure that you watch today's video until the very end, since I'll be sharing with you a free resource to help you solve this problem once and for all. This is Anthony Arvanitakis, and this is a series for the busy dad who wants to get strong and lean without wasting hours in the gym and wacky restrictive diets. If you're new here, make sure that you click on the subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it. With that being said, let's jump right back into today's topic. Especially if you're carrying extra weight and you want to stay motivated on your calisthenics path, working on nutrition as early as possible is essential. To help you understand this even better, let's compare calisthenics to weightlifting, where not losing or even gaining more weight on the scale can actually help you make more progress, because simply said, the heavier you are, the heavier you can lift, which in turn will pump your ego and keep you motivated to keep training, but also ignoring your diet if you choose to. With calisthenics though, it's a different story. Calisthenics are a direct and harsh critic. Just hanging from the pull-up bar reminds you of every extra pound of fat that you carry. Every time you're trying to perform a staple bodyweight exercise, having extra weight only adds more friction between you and your next rep, whether that's, trying to do your first pull-up or trying to break your last push-up plateau. There's really no way around this, and not only do I consider that a good thing, but I think it's one of the biggest reasons why bodyweight training is superior to lifting weights. In other words, calisthenics don't forgive nor accept a dad bod. The way that I like to think of it is that calisthenics and hanging from a pull-up bar, hanging from a set of gymnastic rings is kind of like getting on a fitness scale that gives you immediate feedback, and the fitter you get and the more fat you lose down the road, the more this scale tips in your favor. This way, the pull-up bar becomes more than just a piece of equipment. Not only does it keep you honest, but it also pushes you to face and rise above the only obstacle standing in the way, which is you. Still, this can be a two-edged sword. For some, it can be disheartening in the beginning, since it's easy to feel disappointed and say that this type of training is not for you. All I can tell you is that there are two types of men: those who allow this to discourage them, and those who have the guts to face themselves in that mirror and decide it's time for real change. In summary, getting your diet in order is a game changer no matter how you train, there's no doubt about that. But even more so with calisthenics, nutrition and calisthenics, in other words, go hand in hand, especially when it comes to the busy dad. To summarize today's video, the better you eat and the more fat you get rid of, the better you perform, and the better you perform, the greater you look, and the greater you look, the more motivated you feel to keep eating healthier and training consistently. So if you're a busy dad struggling to lose fat and build a strong and lean body, then we have something we've been working on for you. It's a totally free fat loss and muscle building guide for busy dads who want to drop the gut, who want to build muscle, who want to improve mobility and get rid of pains and aches and move overall better. In other words, a practical and realistic approach to staying strong and lean without going to the gym and restrictive diets. So if you're interested, subscribe to our new Busy Dad Calisthenics newsletter. There's a link below. in the description and the top pinned comment. That was all for today. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them below. And again, don't forget to subscribe to our new newsletter. Links in the description and the top pinned comment. Until next time, keep on training.